Look who's back, our dear friend Francis Skalicki with the Department of Conservation, the Missouri Department of Conservation. And first of all, great to see you.
Great.
And his special guest. We are honored. We are in the presence of greatness. Smokey Bear!
That's right.
I mean, talk about a legend and icon,
Exactly,
Francis.
exactly. And we're going to have that legend and icon this year at the Ozark Empire Fair, which means I got to say it, we're going to have a bear at the fair.
Oh, look what you did.
We're celebrating Smokey's 80th birthday this year.
Yay.
And we, the Missouri Department of Conservation, are the kind of the statewide keepers of Smokey for Missouri. Fish, Forest, and Wildlife keeps them across the state, but for Missouri, we are the keepers of Smokey. And this year, at the Ozark Empire Fair, which starts Thursday, we are celebrating Smokey's 80th birthday. We're doing it with a photo op. What we're doing is we're asking people to bring their cell phones, and we can take the picture of them with Smokey, and they will leave the fair with a picture of themselves with one of America's most famous icons of nature.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
And by the way, you don't look a day over like
No.
10. 80 years old. You're the same age as Mick Jagger, we just realized.
I bet he's using that eye cream.
You look way better.
Smokey has been around since 1944. Smokey started during World War II, kind of as a civil defense strategy, because we were worried with a lot of our manpower across the seas fighting in the war that there was fire danger at home, not only from wildfire, but actually we were worried the Axis powers might start fires too. So the U.S. government before 1944 started a fire awareness campaign using Bambi and Disney animals. That resonated very well, but Bambi and Bambi and the animals were under contract with Disney, so they wanted another nature symbol. So they got a bear, named him after a New York City firefighter named Smokey Joe Martin, and history is made. And now, I know a bear cub has always been part of the Smokey story, a live bear cub. That was found in 1949 after a wildfire in New Mexico. Smokey Bear was already a thing then. However, they thought, what a great idea to have a live animal as kind of a symbol of Smokey Bear. So this bear cub that was found after a wildfire was moved to the National Zoo in Washington, D.C., and it lived there, and that was kind of like a living symbol of Smokey. But Smokey's been around since 1944, and is still as popular today as he ever was.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
Can I just say the tie-in with naming him after a firefighter named Smokey?
Yes.
And then tying it to the
Smokey
Bear?
Joe Martin, it was in the 1920s. He had rescued some people from a fire that was in New York City. Kind of got some headlines, made the news, and so they just thought that would be a good tie-in to talking about fire safety. You know, what fire can do on the bad side, what humans can do on the good side. So yeah, he was named after a guy named Smokey Joe Martin, and Smokey Bear. He has been on. He's been on tours with all kinds of celebrities. He's been on all types of advertising campaigns. Surveys show he's one of the most recognizable figures in the world.
It's true.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm curious then with the Department of Conservation here in Missouri. How are the stats doing? How are our fires, the wildfires? Is it low? Is it high? How are we doing?
We are doing good. In the 1930s, I don't have the exact numbers, but we had, I want to say like 30% of Missouri was burning each year. Wow. By the 1950s, it was in single digits in the percentage.
Oh, great.
So, and today we're doing good. I mean, fire is always a risk, fire is always a hazard, but because of awareness through things like Smokey and through what we've done statewide, we know what fire can do, we know what how to handle it, and our fire awareness is much greater today because of campaigns we do in the state and because of Smokey Bear.
And who doesn't love that face, Paul?
I know, I love that.
Who doesn't love that face of Smokey right there?
I grew up with Smokey Bear.
Yes, so come and get those 4 days I mentioned, Thursday, Saturday, Wednesday, and the following Friday. Come get your picture taken with Smokey Bear at the fair, and you will have a picture with one of the world's most famous symbols of nature and wildlife.
And do you know about where in the fairgrounds you'll be?
Yes, we'll be at I'm glad you asked that. We're at a Department of Conservation building on the west side of the fairgrounds. We're kind of a very famous stop too, because we have fish, we have snakes, we have people that are talking about nature. So we will be on the west side of the fairgrounds. We'll be there from 6:30 to 7. 80 years old, he can't be there all day. But
yeah. Gotta sleep, gotta rest.
4 days, 6:30 to 7. Come by and get your picture taken with Smokey. Come see us at the fair.
Oh my gosh, how exciting. And Fraser, thank you first of all for your passion. And a lot of people around here, Missouri, we love nature.
Right.
We love our parks.
I've always said about Missouri, what makes my job so easy is that people get it. They understand the outdoors. They understand why it's so important to they understand it's beautiful. They understand why it's so important to keep it beautiful. So.
All right. Bear at the Fair, Ozark Empire Fair, coming up 4 days. Make sure you take a picture. And Smokey, may we say, happy 80th birthday.
Yes, happy birthday.
Great to see you. All right, guys, don't go anywhere. So much more fun on Ozarks Fox AM after this. You know what? We got to take a photo.
I know.